All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and we have some bad news as TMZ is reporting that Deontay Wilder, former heavyweight champion, has Fiance gets a restraining order on him claiming DV, domestic. You know what the V stands for. Had a lot of people ask me what I think about it on Instagram, and I thank everybody that follows me on Instagram or follows me on Twitter and DMs me and asks me questions or give me information, things that they want my opinion about. If it's enough of you guys, I will definitely do a video on it. In this case, there's a lot of people that asked me. Usually don't like to get into this, but let's discuss that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. Deontay Wilder is in, I won't say hot water because he doesn't have any type of charge on him, but a bad situation as he is being accused of doing something that is not good. And his fiance or girlfriend, because clearly they're not fiance anymore, Telly Swift got a temporary restraining order after she claimed he, did some stuff that he wasn't supposed to her on multiple occasions over the last 6 years. To be specific, Swift began dating Wilder in 2015. Applied for a TRO in Los Angeles late last week, and on Monday, 2 days after Wilder was knocked out by a high profile match by Zhilei Zhang, the judge granted it. Her application, and this is from TMZ, her application for the order stated Swift accused Wilder of her cutting her hair off at least 5 times since 2018. She also stated that 38-year-old heavyweight spat on her several other times and claimed he once shoved her face in a pillow when he was mad. And what nearly happens with that, you nearly expire. She also states or claimed that back in mid-April, Wilder gained access to her laptop without her consent and sent out disturbing messages to her personal and professional contacts. According to Swift, it didn't stop there. Wilder is accused of consistently ridiculing her, threatening to destroy her belongings, and expecting for her to have intercourse with him 3 times a day. Most recently, on April 15th, she claimed he had her thrown out of their Atlanta residence. This despite her being in a fragile state due to a recent invasive surgery. They've been engaged since 2018. She's been living in their LA home with their 6-year-old daughter, but claimed that Wilder has been using home surveillance to spy on her. She added she worried Wilder could get violent with her. And when he ultimately made his way back home following his fight in Saudi Arabia, I believe Deontay is capable of being physically causing me some problems for sure. Upon his return in June, because he has expressed that he is furious with me since April and has been abusive in the past. Wilder has not responded to the allegations. The TRO says Wilder has to remain at least 100 yards away from Swift and their daughter. And is slated to remain in effect until June 25th. So that's 18 days, when both parties are expected to appear before a judge. Very, 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 very unfortunate situation that family finds itself in. No, so my opinion on it is that, look, man, people accuse people of things all the time. And it's just bad. It's just a bad all around bad look for Deontay, the fact that it's being said about him. Now, of course, this is not a scenario where she is accused, where he's been arrested for it or where he's going facing time for it. It's not the same situation that you see with what happened with Jermell Charlo and a cousin of his wife. It's not it's not a situation where he's been brought in or anything like that. She's just pretty much saying that she's fearing for her and what he would do. At the same time, man, I just think you got to let it play out. Just like what goes on with Ryan Garcia and these PEDs, just because somebody accuses you doesn't mean that is true. Who knows why he put her out? He could have put her out and said, go live in the LA home. And he could be preparing to throw her out of the LA home. And she's like, no, and could file this, who knows, man? There's definitely things it could be, but it could be that he did everything in here, right? It's not like boxers and athletes or human beings, just screw that, human beings and men have not had a rich history of doing things like that, especially when, you're having problems in other areas of your life, where you have problems in your profession. And I think it's fair enough to say Deontay Wilder's career has definitely taken a hit. With 2 back-to-back losses, but she's saying that this has been taking place over the last 6 years. That's ever since they got engaged. When they said she got engaged in 2018, 6 years ago is when they got engaged. Little bit confused as to why, if you feel like that is the situation, why you're staying engaged and why she's still calling herself his fiance. But not an expert on that. You never know the financial situations about people. Deontay Wilder did not marry her. I don't know the situation of common law and what that means as far as the property and the things that he owns. But, it's just a bad situation because, in the public, they seem to be always smiling, very, very supportive of him, taking pictures with him, all of that stuff while his career was going well. And, now it all falls apart. But I wish the best for both of them. I wish the best for Deontay. I'm not going to say I think this is CTE. Some people have asked me, do you think this is CTE? Well, in order for me to think that, and CTE is, you had brain damage. In order for me to start speculating about that, I have to just assume that what this lady said about the man is true. And what you're always going to get from me, is me doing my best to talk about what I know. What I know is she accused him. And what I know is he hasn't had a chance to respond. And I do know that men do these things. Definitely men do these things. And also, women will make stuff up to get you if they feel like you're separating from them or something like that. So I just think you got to wait to see how it plays out, to the extent that you care how it plays out, and just really hope, that Deontay Wilder, if this is true, that she is separated from him. She's in a situation where he stops behaving the manner that she accuses him of. If this is not true, hopefully that comes out in some type of way that will prevent his name from getting really, really ran down. Even though other boxers have been in this situation and these things, these people have been accused of this and it really didn't affect their career. Floyd Mayweather Jr., I do believe, served time, put about 6 months in jail for something like this. But it's not, to the point where you see what's going on with P. Diddy and you see literally what that dude did in that hotel room. But, you don't want, it's just an all around bad situation. However, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody because I don't know what the scenario is. I think it's kind of unfortunate that this type of stuff gets out there. But again, if enough people ask me about it, I'll give you my thoughts on it. And I think that is about as fair as you can possibly be in the scenario, because I can't say that I don't like, oh, she's just a gold digger that now that his career is down, she's trying to get his money and trying to embarrass him, or no, this girl is just bitter because he put him out of her house and sent her half across the country. Even the small, the things about using the surveillance to spy on them. His daughter's there. If his daughter is halfway across the country, and Deontay Wilder's never had a history of this before, and we've been paying attention to Deontay Wilder a long time, but also, you got his brother out there saying stuff about him. I don't want to get into that, but it is what it is, man. You let me know what you think in the comment section. Sad situation all around. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.